This is sort of the opposite of every electric car stereotype of the noddy car that doesn't go very fast and doesn't go very far. I think the 0 to 60 is something insane like 4.2 seconds. This thing can do 130 miles per hour, although we've not quite got to that speed today. The idea is this is a genuine internal combustion car replacement, and the range is a key part of that. It's telling me that I've got 244 miles before I need to plug this thing in. By electric car standards, that's amazing. This thing is officially rated at 310 miles. And just to put that in context, most electric cars you can buy today will do you about 100 miles or so. Oh, thank you. One electric car driver to another. Cheers. Although Tesla really don't market the Model S from a sort of tree hugger environmental point of view, this is probably the most environmentally friendly car in this street at the moment here. One of the main obvious things is that it has no tailpipe, so there's no local air pollution issues, and there's obviously also the greenhouse gas element of it, because oil is only going to ever be as green as oil is, which is not very, because it's pretty carbon intensive, whereas this thing can be charged entirely from nuclear power and wind turbines and solar farms and gas power, all of which together are going to give you a lower carbon footprint than a conventional combustion engine car. One of the things you really can't miss about this car when you're inside it is this big iPad-like screen that's connected to the internet. You've got Google Maps for navigation. You've also got access to your sort of stats, how efficiently you're driving, how much range you can expect if you carry on to drive as you are, and so on and so forth. I mean, this is being pitched very much as a performance car, not just an eco car or anything like that, and the price sort of matches that, so it's going to cost you about 85 grand for the version that I'm driving here. To me, it feels extremely luxurious because I'm used to driving a little Ford Focus, but I think I'm going to ask Martin Love, who's the Observer's motoring correspondent, to tell me how it matches up to the sort of other performance cars that he's used to driving.
Doors opening.
Underwhelmed would be a harsh way of putting it, but I have to say I think it's a remarkably anodyne, almost anonymous looking car. I think if you drove down the road, very few people, other than those who really know their motoring stuff, are going to give you a second look. Being slightly unkind, it could even pass for a sort of Vauxhall Insignia, couldn't it? I mean, there's nothing exciting about the curve of that car there.
Yeah.
A more careful look rewards you. There are little features and details which show that you are driving something special, but the overall effect is it's handsome, undeniably, but it's not going to stop you in your tracks, is it?
Yeah, it's not going to have crowds of people
No.
taking your photo while you pull
no,
up at the
exactly.
lights.
You know,
Yeah.
especially in this midnight blue, they want people to treat this as a normal car. I mean, of course, underneath this, I mean, is the most state-of-the-art revolutionary technology, but at the same time, it would be nice to have some hint. I think I'd want as many people as possible to know that this.
Well, I was a bit disappointed
you know.
I wasn't getting more attention.
With these electric cars, designers have deliberately played down how space-age they look. Because it slightly freaks drivers out, and people don't trust anything that looks that modern and that new. So there is a sort of classic look to this car, which maybe will sort of, keep people happier.
Should we have a look inside?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
We mentioned that the exterior of the car was fairly boring looking. I think the interior of the car is very forward looking. The driving position feels great. These chairs are slim, which gives you this lovely open feeling inside the car. It's such an extraordinarily uncluttered dash, isn't it? There's a sort of zen-like simplicity to it, except with this massive screen. I mean, I find that hideous. It's like one of those sort of, it's like one of those small flats with a, 96-inch
a massive great plasma
TV
on the
screen,
Is it a bit crass for you, Martin?
It's a little bit crass, a bit vulgar for me.
Okay.
I cannot imagine what information they think they're going to give you. It's completely distracting. It's driver-oriented, so that's not good. So have a screen like this, to me, seems dangerous at least. Having said that, it's spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's immediately telling you that you're in something special, though, doesn't it? I mean, there's no other car that has anything like this. Maybe I'm just not forward-thinking enough. Maybe this is the car of the future, and, I'll look back on this tape and think, what a boring man. I was slow to get on board.